What? You don't know who TDC is? Tourism Development Corporation?
You mean the Ministry of Tourism?
No, that ain't the same thing, but the Tourism Development Corporation helps develop and grow Bahamian businesses in the tourism industry. You heard what they say, boy? Oh, yeah. Develop and grow. You don't know what all the things they do?
What does do?
Hey, check the website, boy.
Start your journey to ownership of our #1 industry today. Log on to tdcbahamas.com.
The internet isn't just for surfing. There's a sea of shoppers buying online, and you can connect with them on Tingsy. Tingsy is the SBDC's online storefront built for Bahamians. Take your business to the next level by selling to customers online, both at home and around the world. People want Bahamian things, and if you got things to sell, sell on Tingsy. Find out how you can connect with a sea of buyers by visiting TingsyBahamas.com.
Winning pancake mixes, 22 ounces for $1.99. There's strong tuna, 5 ounces, 2 for $1.89. Pork picnics, $1.99 per pound. Pork lettuce, $1.99 each. Fresh tomatoes, $1.99 per pound. Every time you shop, you can save at super value and quality supermarkets.
Experience the difference with BTC's fixed services. Whether you're working from home or enjoying family time, BTC ensures you're always in touch with the people and moments that count. BTC isn't just a service, it's a lifestyle. Stay connected, stay inspired, and live your best life. BTC.
Welcome to What's Trending. Join me, Jiminita Swain.
And me, the Bahama Beauty, Monday through Thursday at 6 p.m.
Only on the ZNS Network.
I don't know, but what kind of cars is this parking lot? You ain't even know where to park? Yeah, that's no parking. Look at this way. Like, you ain't got nowhere to go. Don't park him. Just don't park him.
Yeah, that's handicap.
No, man, you can't park him.
I ain't gonna be that long.
Handicap spot,
Boy, what's going on, dog?
I tell you we shouldn't park here now. This way parking, man.
I tell you we shouldn't park here. Don't get one of these things.
My bad big broke, and he got a sticker inside this. Say, this mud, though. We gotta move. This is a handicap spot.
That's what we gotta move.
But we gotta move. Don't leave me right now. Sorry.
Be considerate. Don't use disabled parking spaces without a decal in your vehicle. This message is brought to you by the National Commission for Persons with Disabilities.
An update on the Children's Emergency Hostel. Felicity Darville is following that story. Plus, an extraordinary thing. GHS Magic is running its own egg production. What an extremely positive venture. Saw what I did there. Bahamian Jordas Grant has landed an entertainment award in Dallas. Stay close for that. And coming up in sports, playoff action heats up in the BAISS basketball playoffs.
Tonight, Access Now starts now.
Good evening, everyone. I'm LaDon Davis. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight Access Now. Super Bowl Sunday is just 4 days away. Who are you pulling for and why? Let me know in the comment box or on your Facebook feed. But in the meantime, let's dive right into the news, shall we? A 10-year-old girl, has found a way to touch the hearts of her peers in a unique way. Caitlin Moxie asked her mother to visit the Children's Emergency Hostel to see if children there may need help with homework. That blossomed into a drive to donate essential items to the kids. And most of all, Caitlin says she has made friends for a lifetime. Here's Felicity Darville.
She started out reading to the children and helping them with homework. But this loving gesture initiated by Caitlin Moxie herself led to an attachment on both ends that keeps on growing. Wise beyond her years, Caitlin, head girl at Remnant Academy, inspires her peers to achieve excellence.
I had a passion for teaching children, and I knew that some of the children were struggling, so I decided to help. It was a friendship that I'm sure will never end.
2 years later, and Caitlin has found even more ways to help her friends.
Well, I've also donated some things to them. I decided to donate some shampoos, conditioners, brushes, combs, and so much more. I partnered with a few businesses in order to provide necessities that the children needed. I was just thinking one day, and I thought that would be the best way to help them.
The hostel's general manager, A. Charlene Gibson, raved about the little girl who's come into their lives.
Some of them may not have had no assignments, but because Caitlin's in the dining room, we go in the dining room. And I know for a fact that I saw it on a couple of occasions. So we welcome in the children. They love her. They know her by name. So she's more like family.
Speaking of family, Caitlin's 2 older brothers were head boys at Remnant Academy. Her mother, Candace Moxie, shares the secret.
My husband and I, Livingston Moxie, we come together and we just have a strong family structure where we put God before everything that we do, and the children understand that, and everything else falls in line.
Okay. Caitlin tells us how she's able to accomplish it all.
Through the power of God. I'm hoping that one day I can reach out so my initiative will impact even more children. They don't have everything they need, so I feel like it's important to give children the life they deserve. It's a blessing to see other people grow because of you.
With a heart as big as Caitlin's, what started out as a desire to help a few has turned into a gesture of love that has helped many. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Felicity Davo.
Great story there, Felicity. Well, the response to the ZNS News story of the production and sale of eggs at the government high school is overwhelming. At GHS, up to 60 eggs are produced daily, and those are sold to the public. Agriculture teacher McNeil Paris says the constant shortages and high prices now has him advising residents to follow the government's upcoming egg project and produce their own eggs.
The government is coming on board with what we call the Golden Yoke program. And I would encourage everyone to try and get 2-3 birds because
2 to 3 birds.
Yeah,
gotcha.
Yes, because at around Christmas time we have a shortage of eggs and the price escalates, and persons cannot afford to buy eggs for $12. So we want to encourage the public, and if you need the knowledge, right, you can always come to us here at GHS, and we can assist and provide you with the kind of knowledge you need so that you can rear these birds properly.
Paris insists, though, that the chickens must be happy.
If these birds are not happy, they're not going to produce eggs, right? And they're everyday activities that you need to do in order to make the birds happy, and they will produce eggs.
A Son of the Soil nabs the top award at the Dallas Entertainment Awards ceremony in Dallas, Texas last week. The Access Now team caught up with him via Zoom from Texas to find out about this latest piece of hardware and what it all means for Bahamian artists. He's been producing music for about 25 years, and today, 43-year-old Bahamian music producer Jordas Grant is reaping the fruits of his labor and is now considered Producer of the Year by the Dallas entertainment music industry. Grant says bumping heads with multi-platinum producers and emerging as a victor is a rewarding feeling.
I think there was 5 of us that were named in the category. 3 of those guys actually are multi-platinum producers and multiple Grammy winners. I've won what's called an Indie Soul Grammy Award with an artist named Kay Yvette, who's also from Dallas. What that award is pretty much where all of the radio stations throughout the country nominate the top indie artists. And we won that Grammy Award back in 2018.
Grant, a native of Hawksbill, Freeport, Grand Bahama, says his passion for music ignited after producing his classmate Mighty Mal's first single while a student at St. George's High School in the early 90s. Grant, who appeared on the Jimmy Kimmel Live show this week with Abram Alexander, says his latest accomplishment has opened new doors for other Bahamian music producers.
He said, I'll be there with Abraham on stage playing the keys. Of course, if they get a close-up on me, they play my keyboard, because anywhere I go in the world, I always represent 242.
And while these international accolades puts the Bahamas on the music map, Grant says his dream is to work with more Bahamian artists and to give them the same exposure he's had on the world stage.
We have the biggest talent. We have the most raw talent in the world. And one thing that I definitely hope I can impact and influence is to be able to come back home someday and help artists actually develop themselves, tell them the truth about what it takes.
Grant gave these words of encouragement to budding Bahamian music producers.
The big thing that I even teach my students is, with the honest reflection, be open to criticism. Criticism is not bad. Don't let it bring your spirit down either. You know, take it in, because music is so subjective.
And still to come, it's Wednesday, and you know what that means. It's time for Leno Wealthwise. Stay close. We'll be right back.
The Good News Seventh-day Adventist Church presents Gospel Explosion 2025. With world-renowned speaker, musician, and evangelist, Dr. Claudius Morgan.
Hey, greetings to you, my friends in the Bahamas. I'm coming your way in February. We're going to have a great time at the Good News Seventh-day Adventist Church. I'm coming to preach, I'm coming to sing, I'm coming to dance, we're going to have a good time.
That's Gospel Explosion 2025 at the Good News Seventh-day Adventist Church, February 8th through 22nd, 7 p.m. nightly. Don't you miss it.
Since a young girl, I always loved watching the women come in and get their hair done, commune together with everybody. I grew a great appreciation for that. I always had a great love for making women feel beautiful and just the atmosphere of a beauty salon. Hi, my name is Asia Cartwright, and I'm a hairstylist at the Glow Bar in Old Fort Bay. I enjoyed accounting. I did it professionally for a few years. After the pandemic, I decided to take a leap of faith, go off to school in Atlanta at Aveda Institute to learn the science behind hair, because I realized this is my passion. This is something that I really wanted to do, but I wanted to understand the real depth of, okay, why does hair do this? Why is it responding this way? What do I need to do to help someone get on their best hair journeys? It's not been easy. When it's fueled by passion, you always have an extra push and motivation to just try harder. It's being fueled from your heart space. I enjoy making women feel beautiful. I enjoy being a listening ear. It's more than hair, it's like therapy. We all leaving lighter. For women that are, facing some type of fear, that want to change their path and careers, I would say do it. I trusted God because I don't feel like He would have given me the vision and the dreams if it wasn't for me. It doesn't matter what no one says. It doesn't matter, how it looks from the outside. And I'm going to give it my all, and that's what I do.
To learn more about the Women Entrepreneurs Initiative, visit our website or contact us at 461-7232. And remember, empowered women empower women.
You're watching Access Now. Welcome back. On your screen is a live shot of Bahamas Games Boulevard. Beautiful shot, as always, by our drone pilot, Destiny Reed. Now let's take a trip to Exuma. Most of us are familiar with the famous Pompey Museum and Pompey Square right here in the capital, but perhaps very few of us have ever visited the site in Exuma where Pompey's name rings loudly. Tonight, Corval Pytham takes us to this special place.
In the quaint Exuma settlement of Steventon, there's one stop that every visitor to the island has to make. And when they make that stop, this is the man they most certainly will meet.
My name is Kenneth Nixon, and I was born on Exuma.
Kenneth Nixon, you might say, is a local historian, and this is where you can find him, at the site of the Pompey commemorative statue.
This site is the second administrative building other than New Providence. That building up there is an administrative building. In my days, that's a big building. It may look small to you now, but it held a courthouse, courtroom, a post office, a holding cell, and the commissioner's bedroom. When he traveled from Georgetown, he would be able to sleep there and be in the area for a period of time.
Each day, several times a day in fact, Nixon provides visitors to the site with a crash course in Bahamian history, particularly Exuma history and the story of Pompey, a slave who defied his master's orders and in doing so sparked a revolt that eventually led to a revolution.
They called the group Runaways. until it was investigated by the authorities. They found out that these people leave to plead the cause that they ain't leaving Exuma.
He sees people from all around the world. He estimates that thousands visit the site each year. A lifelong resident of Steventon, Nixon is proud of its historical significance.
There are two of lands that Helen Common has significance of the what we call the old days, Roll Town and Steventon.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Corvell Pyfrom.
Whether you're looking to save more, invest, or simply manage your money better, our friends at Leno have a simple plan to help you achieve your financial goals this year. Diane Dorset has more.
We're 1 month into the new year, and it's the perfect time to take control of your finances and set yourself up for success. The first step is to look back at 2024. Yup, evaluate your spending habits and savings. Did you meet your financial goals, or do you need to adjust for the new year?
I need you to analyze your income, your expenses, your saving, and your investment. And then I would need you to look over what you did right and look over what you did wrong. This review is important because it's going to help you set realistic goals for 2025.
Once you review your finances, it's time to set clear money goals. This could mean saving for emergencies, paying off debt, or setting aside funds for a big purchase like a car or vacation. The key is to make your goals realistic and achievable. And to make those goals happen, you need a budget.
Budgeting is the cornerstone of success. So I would implore you for 2025 to always ensure that you're making more than you're spending. I would also recommend the 50-30-20 rule for your expenses. 50% is needs, that's utility bills, rent, etc. 30% of it is wants, that's entertainment, travel, and 20% is savings and debt repayment. The idea is also that you can adjust these percentages based on your lifestyle and goals.
Speaking of saving, it's crucial to build an emergency fund. Try to set aside at least 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses in case of unexpected costs like medical bills or job loss. And if you have debt, make it a priority to pay off high-interest debt first.
Let's make a concerted effort in 2025 not to increase your debt, but let's find a very crafty way to reduce your expenses. What I would recommend is going after or reducing the high interest rates, like credit cards, but still making minimum payments on the shorter interest rates. That would be things like your mortgages. But at the end of the day, the idea is to be consistent with your debt payments and not get into additional debt.
That's some great advice, and next week we'll talk about how to grow your money, plan for big life changes, and make financial management easier in 2025. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Diane Dorset.
Well, it's do or die in the BAISS basketball. We've got this and more up ahead in sports.
It's do or die in BAISS playoff action. We've got this and more in sports.
The difference, Ruby's Ultra Tech in your car. Fill up with Ruby's Ultra Tech. Spend less and go far. Fuel up with Ruby's Ultra Tech. Get the most out every ride. Just watch your car perform with the best fuel inside. Fuel up with confidence in every mile. Get Ruby's Ultra Tech in your tank and drive with a smile. Watch your car perform with the best fuel inside. Fuel the difference with Ruby's Ultra Tech.
Fashion was something that I've always loved. I always, as a child, loved to see women just impeccably dressed. But my thing was drawing the looks and mixing colors, and fashion was in my blood. I put my personality into my passion. Well, the fabric of hope was inspired by my father. My father had cancer, and I would go with him to treatments and seeing everybody just look despondent and dreary. And I was like, wow, like God, like, I'm only a fashion designer. Like, what can I do to assist these people? I know God had me to create it to inspire persons with cancer or any illness that there's hope. It's been in my heart for a couple of days to speak to the older women who may feel that I'm 40, what can I do? I'm 50, what can I do? And that's when the fire in us kicks in. So take that idea that God has given you and put it to use. This is where it all begins.
Empowered women empower women.
The Sports Report is being brought to you by the Sir Durward Knowles National Sailing Championship.
Welcome to your midweek sports check, everyone. I'm Eugene Stewart. Here's your lineup for this Wednesday. Leading things off, BAISS basketball playoffs getting underway yesterday at the Kendall Isaacs Gymnasium in sudden death layout, with teams hungry for a chance to punch their tickets to the championship matchups. Day one of competition saw the second and third seed teams in both the junior and senior divisions. In junior girls, the Cougars of Charles W. Saunders took on the Big Red Machine of Sac. Coming out the gate strong was Sac with an early 12-14 lead, but the Cougars answered back by taking this one over 29-24. In the end, Charles W. Saunders closed this one out 43-36. Coach Valerie Nesbitt and top scorer number 18, Alyssa Bain, on what this victory means for them.
I feel good, man. We didn't make it here last year, but the girls wanted it this year. They came, they practiced, they worked, they got you. Just got to go to the drawing board, see if we can capitalize off this game and come in strong and just play hard.
I'm feeling amazing. Only God could get me through this. And my team and my coaches, I'm just grateful to be here. I'm just expecting to play hard and be humble.
In junior boys action, the Jordan Prince William Falcons also took on the Cougars, and after a slow start in the first, Charles W. Saunders would take a close lead 14-13 at the end of the first half. Keeping their composure and focus, the Falcons managed to gain their first lead of the game in the fourth to close this one out 36-33. Leading the squad with 11 points was number 12, Elijah Pierre, who says that this one couldn't have been done without his team.
Give thanks to God. We work hard for it. We come out to practice every day. So we get this opportunity so we can make it happen. But my teammates, they put their trust in me. And when they put their trust in me, I can work hard and give them my heart. We should be able to win championship, and I'm happy about it.
In the senior girls division, a dominant showing by the Giants of St. John's College as they took on the Big Red Machine. With their foot on the gas, the Giants maintained a fast pace throughout the four quarters to punch their tickets to the big dance 40-22. And finally, the senior boys battle between the Queens College Comets and the Jordan Prince William Falcons was a high-scoring thriller between both teams as they left it all on the court. In the end, the Comets would fly to victory as they won 67-62. Day two of the sudden death playoffs will feature the first and fourth seed of the junior and senior divisions. And that's your midweek sports check on this Wednesday. I'm Eugene Stewart. Have a great evening, everyone.
The Sports Report is being brought to you by the Sir Durward Knowles National Sailing Championship.
Cocktail, 15 ounces, $2.09. Primitive flour, 5.5 pounds, $5.29. Green peppers, $1.99 per pound. Whole chicken wings, $1.79 per pound. Sweet yellow corn, 2 for $1.78. Every time you shop, you can save at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets.
We here at Candid Security offer a varied range of security services, including guard service. We do armored service, we do pre-employment investigation, background checks, also vet people for employment. A live business hosted PBX is extremely important to our operation. I don't have to be in my office. I can easily get connected with our clients, my vendors, my NASA office, and with our employees in the field, anytime, anywhere.
We're here at the Nassau Village Community Center project, where over the past 17 months, we've hired over 20 Bahamian subcontractors to bring this beautiful project to fruition.
I've been living in Nassau Village for more than 19 years, and to see a project like this
bring great joy and pride to me.
This state-of-the-art multi-purpose community center will serve as a crime-fighting initiative in the community. Also help with the education of our kids in this community and a hurricane shelter.
Yeah, and it also shows what we as Bahamians can achieve when we work hand in hand with each other.
We have the technical know-how, and we can pretty much deliver on any project here in the Bahamas or in the world.
Bahamas Pipe and the Bahamian Company, they prove that they believe in Bahamians.
Based on the outcome of this project, I don't think they're disappointed in giving a small person an opportunity to do a job such as this.
The more opportunity they get, the more opportunity we will get.
If you look around and see the work done so far, it just shows what we as Bahamians can do.
It's time for your access weather forecast, and we have a dominating high-pressure system which will maintain our warm and dry conditions over the next week or so. And your boating forecast tonight is brought to you by Live Business, where we bulk up your business. In the Northwestern Islands tonight through Friday, the winds are going to be east to southeast at 10 to 15 knots. The wave heights 2 to 4 feet. Low tide will take place at 7:25 this evening, with a second low tide at 8:32 tomorrow morning. In the central parts of our country, the winds will be more easterly at 12 to 18 knots. The wave heights 3 to 6 feet. So we're asking small craft to exercise caution in the central Bahamas into Friday. And then in the southeastern parts of our country, winds easterly, stronger still at 15 to 20 knots. The wave heights 4 to 7 feet. So those choppy seas will constitute a caution flag as well. That's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures. And they're brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
Out on the beach, on the fun, you move, if you're feeling me, put your arms in the air, hands in the air, sexy gals in them bikini, polka dot and teeny weeny, looking sweet and looking rosy, like a nice
And that's going to do it for your international temperatures, brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. But join me at 11 o'clock for a full weather update. LaDon?
Thanks, Basil. Looks like we're going to have some good weather for Super Bowl Sunday. Hope you're going to our Facebook feed to let me know if the Chiefs or it's the Eagles. And I'm going to go with the Eagles, right, Basil? In the meantime, let's turn things over to Matea Cunningham and Let's Talk Socials.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Let's Talk Socials. I'm Matea, and today we're diving into one of the most romantic and sometimes most dramatic moments on social media: Valentine's Day proposals. In other words, thoughtfully asking a spouse or crush to be your Valentine. Love is in the air, but so is the pressure to make the perfect moment go viral, because according to content creators, everything is content. So let's talk about one of the most talked about proposals this year. Valentine's Day always brings out the grand gestures, and this year is no different. One that had the internet buzzing was the Hustler 242's attempt on his wife, a jaw-dropping moment that everyone had blushed about. Check this out.
Will you? Yes, I will.
You will.
I will. Thank you, baby. Yes, I will.
Yes!
I will.
Yes! Now, this is where opinions get spicy. Some people feel like Valentine's Day proposals are cliche, while others think it's the most romantic thing to do. What do you think? Is a Valentine's proposal sweet, or is it just too predictable? Let's settle this once and for all. My name is Matea, and I'll see you next time on Let's Talk Socials.
Thanks a lot, Matea. I'm going to check out our Facebook feed to see the predictions. Is it going to be the Chiefs or is it going to be the Eagles? Go Chiefs! But that does it for Access Now. Good night, everybody.